Good day, Lords and ladies. Welcome back to Rimworld Medieval Underworld. So, things are getting a bit tense. Yes. A bit tense indeed. So we've got to get some stuff done. We managed to capture the kid that's in here, which is fantastic. Librarian. You guys never turn up when I actually need you to turn up. We have put a slight stop to research just because it will trigger the storyteller, and the storyteller is pretty angry right now. Okay. None of them seem to go after the bugs. Okay. I can do with some bugs getting wiped out, to be honest. Where is the merchant? Merchant doesn't seem to be here. Fantastic. That's annoying. One second, folks. Right. So he's... Probably what's happened is that the trade is on a particular amount and he's not going to get off. So... let's put visitor mount spot. Okay, so they've got off. Merchant still isn't there. Fantastic. Okay. And we should be able to keep you suppressed for a bit. Who's starving? You are. Okay, that's because you're feeding the infant. Okay. Wondering if I should put a different crop in, to be honest. Glad when they get rid of these muscular parasites. I know you can deal with pain tolerance and the like, but it's just so annoying. Like, early settings where you don't have modern tech to help you get rid of it is so annoying. Okay, so what we're doing is we're digging out this mountain, this stone here. We're going to turn it into separate beds. Because the kids are, for some reason, sleeping. Maybe they've got too old for those things, but they're sleeping out on there. So my plan is to move the children into a deeper cavern inside. And so it gives us also some more adult beds. Right, yo. Yeah, the amount of pigs we've got is a bit annoying. Those things are growing along nicely. Yeah, like the kids are just sleeping outside and stuff. It's a bit ridiculous. Right, so we can do some more rituals, I believe, soon enough. Yeah, begin conversion ritual, that kind of thing. That reminds me. Child. You are being fed. And I suppose... Yeah, I do need to put... I'm annoyed it takes... I'm annoyed that it takes resources we don't have to make this thing. Okay. Come on, kid. Why can't you just join the side? Okay. So you're already making that. You're making a basic short bow. Right. Yeah, we haven't got a load of gear, to be honest. We've been stripping it off dead people mostly. Yeah, this librarian convoy is annoying. They haven't got anyone that we can trade with. I'm wondering if they basically fell sick along the way somewhere? So not part of the group. We can't dismiss them, which is annoying. I mean, if anything else, they'll help us hold the line. Okay. But yeah, like, I'm not over the moon by these guys sticking around, to be honest. Like, our nutrients consumption for our snails is high. And it's starting to get up there for the pigs as well. Okay. And there's not a lot we can do right now, to be honest. That's growing. I'm wondering at this stage of the game, we plant some kind of plant? We've been out here long enough on the surface to have seen some of these things. Like wild rice and the stuff and the like. So it would make sense. It's one thing it's worth. It's one thing it's worth part. Yeah. Shrinking this zone down. Having this as something else. This is the annoying thing, we can't. Not easily anyway. I can't push the research too much. If I push it too much, we'll get a nasty kickback. But I don't like how the blueberries have a really short lifespan. Problem is, if we do this, yeah. Okay, that's better, I suppose. Probably the most likely thing to see is something like radishes we've seen out in there. Rice we would have seen. Like wild rice is quite common. One of the like an early domesticated plant type. Like potatoes, no, I don't think so. But rice, definitely, I think. I mean, we have stuff growing in the cave systems, but it's not going to be ready yet for a little bit. Okay. Man, it's taking forever to mine this stuff. Okay. These guys outside we can't do anything about. Their food consumption is just going to go up, as is theirs. If from House Seren. Ah, that's nice of them. Basket, a metal helmet. Ooh, good quality metal helmet as well. Yeah, the waste is starting to build up again. Like kids. Get there and just like stack it all in. All of it. Okay. Man, this is taking a long time. Like, where's our dedicated miner? Like, he's the one that's doing it. Oh, it's because he's got food poisoning and parasites and everything else. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to make this a huge base because I like it. Once again, like I said, we're probably not going to stay here forever. Like, we're going to stay here for a while, probably until the goblins' children, the first round of goblin children, grow up. And I think about it, it'd probably put the young ones down the back end. Until the goblin children grow up enough for us to relocate. And that would be the thing I would like to see happen the most, if I'm being honest. Getting them to grow up, so we can have like a functioning colony enough that we can then go out and do stuff, would be great. I mean, like, once again, like, we are very squidgy. Yeah. I don't like her wearing the helmet, to be honest. Maybe unless it does work against for her. Okay. Yes, he's already on that. Get some fishing done. Like, don't sleep outside. Go to sleep, like, sleep in your... Must be because they've got to the age now and they can't sleep on those things. Okay. Fortunately, our goblins are relatively tolerant. Do a conversion ritual. Sure, why not? Let's go. Grab the child. I mean, to be honest, his healing ability is not what I thought it was. But hopefully, if we can convert him, we can get him into the ideology. And that would be another human. We only got a couple in this settlement. Heiser doesn't count because they're undead. Yeah, like, as much as I like the blueberries, the fact they go off so quickly is a massive pain. In fact, the baby food's got to go off for the next 6 days is annoying as well. Come on. Just a nice conversion. Masterful conversion. Yep. With that up, we've also now actually able to perform our ideology, because it was requiring a few more points than we were happy with. So, as it stands, fertility's not really great. We were looking at stuff like maybe looter would be useful, like raiding respected, that kind of thing would be good. Scrapper could be nice. Tatterpill don't care. Like, nomadic stuff is okay. Like, cannibalism, we can have like cannibal feasts. Like faith we could do strong with a conviction. Even just like astrology could be quite a nice one to make use of early on. I think what we're doing, judging by what we've seen, stuff like looter is not a bad one. So we could go that, because we do loot a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's got a ritual to violent conversion. Yeah, come on. Okay. So we've got to have looter and we're going to have cave dweller. Because we do loot stuff and we have... The only thing if it isn't looter... Like, what else would it be? Scrapper, maybe. Nothing should be wasted. Not even bloody or torn clothes. Discarded remains of civilization should be kept as treasures and remind. No, like we don't want treasures to mind us. Tunneler, we wouldn't mind. Humans ought to live underground, enjoy the succulent fruit of the depths. Look, actually, Tunneler is quite a good one. Like it's either something like Tunneler. Like important wanted. So something like that. Isolationist is just nasty. So that's profane. Like even something just like progressive. Astrology would be nice. I think astrology would actually be a nice one. It's always so hard to choose. Like there's a bunch of ones that add useful stuff. But no, I do think because like we have done a little bit of raiding and we are picking a lot of stuff off people, so yeah, like loot makes sense. Next, we'll keep our gods. And raiding suspected, we don't. That's the thing I hate. It's mood less than 25 days have raided. Global work speed going on by 8% sucks though. We don't work like common labourers, we take from the weak and the strong as the strong should. That's the thing I dislike about the raiding one. Like if we went with something, for example, like Scrapper. Yeah. And Junk is beautiful. This just tanks your tanks so much stuff. It's so annoying. Tunneler we could do. And we do spend a lot of time underground and in caves. I mean, I like the looter one, but we haven't actually done a ton of looting. Maybe something like collectivist. Each person's part of the greater whole, part of the tribe. I mean something like astrology. Tailored by the stars. And even something like fertility, life begets life. I mean, that's something we could do. Life begets life. Cycle of creation, external heartbeat of existence. And since we are having a lot of children, that could be useful. So that, or we just go with that and just take the fact that we will have to occasionally raid stuff. I thought that was violent conversion. No, I'm going to go with something that makes sense for the goblins, since we are tribal. astrology, like looking at the stars. Don't like the fact that it affects those princeps though. Utility. And it's so annoying. Actually, collectivist is probably in. Yeah, I'm gonna go safe and go to collectivist. And we just have to fix things. Okay. So don't care about corpses. Let's see. Names. Mood normal. Don't care about fungi. Yeah. We could add a precept. We could do something like in here. A lot of them aren't that great, to be honest, though. Unless you've got this particular trait. As you can see, a lot of them are a bit on the weak side. Cheating encouraged, we could do. Like romance attempts encouraged. I mean, to be honest, romance attempts encouraged could actually be a useful thing. Because we're pretty... Romance attempts encouraged. Love is danger. Love is pleasure. Love is pure. Yeah. Being a prude. As long as we can get some more variation stuff, don't mind about that. Faithful funerals. Because that got dropped. So let's bring that. Yeah, this could be that. Outbreed some more people. Sparring matches. I'm going to change that to any time. And discover ancient complex. That could be good. Random stuff drops from the sky, yeah. Sparring match, like feasts, that kind of thing. None of the other ones really grab my attention, to be honest, right now. Yeah, that's fine. Relics, third baseliner, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Too many. I take it's because we've got stuff that we shouldn't have. If that's gone. So what's changed? Base 10, collectivist +2, work drive change. Yeah. Ritual change, mountain name change. We can't even have collectivist because of that. Can we do... Even if we do something like this... We don't care about death. Mood dedicated by the stars. I mean, that's horrible because that just tanks so much. Yes, okay. I don't want to spend all the episode trying to do this because it's annoying. Pushing on stuff, I'll just double down on what the goblins are good at, which is fertility. It's either that or we just do stuff like Tunneler. But then it goes... have a lot massive impacts. Yeah, okay, so if we go that... Array changed, ritual changed, because we lose orgy. Like animal duel. I mean, I don't want all the animal duel kind of stuff, to be honest. Man, it's such... Utility normal, corpse normal. If fertility increased is scary, we can't turn it. We can turn it back to normal, that's fine. I don't want to have increased fertility of our already quite fertile goblins. Don't care about the corpses. So it needs to be normal for that. Maternal mortality. Where's that? So we lost the orgy bit, which is annoying. Anytime. And we just choose random recruit. I'm not happy about, to be honest, but we'll go random complex instead. For baseliners, yeah, okay. Let's see if we can get the romance one. No, that's going to be too much. Okay. Yeah, physical love, blah blah blah, it's fine. Okay. Done. So that's all been set up. Okay. I need 12 points. Be less likely of losing parents in childbirth, which is fine. Increased, yeah. Oh, there we go, that was what it was. Through our advanced and careful practice, we ensured what danger trouble was a thing of the past. Okay, so that's not so bad. One of the great risks. That's why, ironically, that's why, for those of you interested, why in the past the average lifespan was so low. It wasn't that people didn't live to an old age, because ironically, with studies, we've discovered that on average, people lived through a fairly good lifespan in the past, barring stuff like disease outbreak or that kind of thing, or war. But the thing that really drove down the average life expectancy was the fact that you had very high infant mortality. Like, obscenely high infant mortality as a result. So, we need to get all that stuff. Let me guess, it's all iron. Well, there's a bit of iron here. Getting that made up. Thing is, I really want to try and tame this child, but it's not going my way, unfortunately. Healing needed. Yeah, it's just a pain. Like, yeah, you're never gonna get... I'm gonna turn self-tending off, because otherwise you're never gonna get there. Yeah, get rid of that. You don't need the wooden spike anymore. Getting that made, which is fine. That's fine, okay. Toxic City. Gold mine is massive to get to. Maybe I should have taken the raid thing, but I wanted to try and keep our ideology understandable, which is what we believe in fertility and cave dwellers, which makes sense for goblins. Okay. We could do a Jubilee. Like, what's the problem? No pews, but we have kneeling pads. Has that changed, or have I messed that up? No, we've got kneeling pads. We don't need pews. No, it's still 85% chance. Okay, let's quickly just do this. We'll do a Jubilee. So if this goes well, we should have something interesting falling from the sky. I believe. Which is that when we do the Jubilee... Yeah. We may get an ancient location nearby that we can go and raid, which would be nice. He just scavenge, methinks. Okay. Yes, it was fun. Everyone had a nice time. 6 days. You've discovered location of ancient complex. Ancient Mechanite complex. But I didn't want that. I wanted just a boring thing. Okay. We never get easy missions, do we? Okay. No, not a lot happened this episode, folks. But it is just how it is for the time being. We are concerned about our supply of food, as we are going on here, so we may have to take some steps. But that's for next time, folks. At least enough time has passed that we can put people back onto research. So I think enough time has passed that they're not going to be as annoyed with us if we do it. So let's just quickly knock that out. Nope, we're still getting ambushed. By an absolute ton of things. Okay. Well, that's nice. So it had to be vampires, didn't it? Okay. There's a lot of them. I need to send someone down to scout. I'm just going to end the episode here. I still am, but it's like the thing is like that's a lot. If it's like all vampires. Like, we shouldn't be getting hit by the vampires yet. Okay. Ugh, this is annoying. Let's just see where this goes. Maybe I could promise we provoke anything really nasty and for a bad time. Are they humans or vampires? Baseliner. How sanguine? Oh, so it's just how sanguine, it's not how sanguinous. Okay. I mean, it's not great, they're still pretty bad, but we stand a better chance. Okay. We stand a much better chance. Okay. So, we'll rush back. And they're beginning their assaults. Fantastic. Okay. Well, folks, things are about to get really interesting. That will have to be for next time. I've been Cornish-Knight, and I shall see you all again soon. Goodbye.